Please use the time. All right. Sears sold homes. I do remember seeing that they had them in a catalog somewhere or something.
Yeah. So between 1908 and 1942, Sears sold about 70 to 75,000 homes in a kit. And they weren't the only ones, Paul. There were 7 national, I want to say builders, but they really weren't builders. They were kit home. So you got to think here for a second. You know, now we're so used to subdivisions and builders building tract homes. But prior to Levittown, you know, in Pennsylvania and in New York, you know, everybody built their own house. So pretty much prior to World War II. And one of the most popular things was buying it as a kit. And it was really popular. Sears and Aladdin were the 2 biggest. And basically, you could buy the entire house. It got shipped to you on a train car. And there's some in Dilworth and Plaza Midwood. There's a whole bunch of them in Asheville. They're actually really cute houses.
A lot of them like bungalows.
Yeah. A lot of them are craftsman houses. Pretty much everything you needed, with the exception of the foundation. You had to build the foundation. And they usually had about, 75-page instructions. I was like, well, that actually sounds pretty good.
That doesn't sound like much to build a house, you know?
I know, I had more than that for my last phone that I bought, but but they actually, Sears and some of the others, they simplified the framing process. Were pretty much, and you got to realize that was a different time. You know, my grandfather changed his own oil, and you know, a lot of people, you know, we were a lot of, you know, not too far away from being farmers back then. So, but it was very, very popular. If you suspect that you might have a kit home or a Sears home, and I guess Sears has the most cachet because it was the biggest, you know, and everybody knows Sears. But there was Aladdin, there was Gordon Van Ten, Harris, there were a couple of others. But one of the telltale signs, obviously, if you've got a house built somewhere between 1908 and 1909 up to World War II, which would have been 1941, you know, if you're way before that or way after that, you probably don't have a kit home. The thing you're going to look for is if you go up in the attic or in the crawl space and you can see the joist or the rafters, there's going to be some numbering system on there, like the kit. You know, it'll be like D4, D5 or something. You know, just like you build a model, and that's they'll be stamped in there. So that'll be your first clue that you've got some type of kit home. Now, the other thing to look for, if it's a Sears home, the millwork, where the millwork came together, because those angles were so hard to get right, they would put like a little square. So you would see the angles, like, you know, the bottom of the staircase, it would go into the trim would go into a square piece. That's a telltale sign. On a Sears home, look around the plumbing fixtures. Somewhere it'll be stamped SR, Sears and Roebuck. But
not senior.
Yeah, there you go. But, you know, even if it's not a Sears home, they say 80% of the people who think they have a Sears home actually have another type of kit home. But I think that's just as cool. I mean, how cool is it that, you know, your entire house was shipped to you on a railroad car and put together right there. And I encourage all the listeners, you know, next time you're on Google Sears home, kit home. And I got a book. I meant to bring it. But they were really cool houses, really good prices. Of course, that was, you know, 1920s and 1930s prices, but it was a good deal. They weren't junk. They were really nice houses.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know there were that many of them around Charlotte.
Yeah, I've actually told all my guys that if you, I told them how to identify. They've had a couple,
have they?
But this was prior to us getting into social media. Now I'm like, if you find one, man, video.
Kind of like old-timey modular.
Yeah. But they're really cool. I mean, they're not like, I mean, if you saw one, you would think, wow, this is a nice house. They did a good job with it. Very craftsmanlike.
Very cool. All right. Carbon monoxide. Why did you want to talk about that?
Well, it's getting that time of year again. You know, over 430 people die a year from carbon monoxide poisoning.
I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah, and at least 50,000 a year are hospitalized. And it comes into play a lot when it gets cold, and people, for a couple of reasons. Also, if you ever lose power. We had a lot here in Charlotte a couple of years ago. We had those 2 ice storms back to back that knocked everybody's power out. So there were some people with generators that were putting it in the garage or bringing a gas grill in the garage, just bad stuff. The thing about carbon monoxide is if you breathe heavy amounts of carbon monoxide, it gets into your blood cells and your body can't deliver oxygen to your brain, to the rest of your body. It's almost like drowning in a way, but you're drowning in carbon monoxide because you can't get oxygen. Couple of telltale things to do to make sure: never ever leave a car running in a garage closed, anywhere, but especially if it's attached. You know, a couple of years ago we had that unfortunate incident uptown near the practice facilities where somebody drove a car in and they're not 100% sure. They think he fell asleep or something, and it was like one of those garages that went underneath the condos, and I think it killed 4 people. And since then, that's why Mecklenburg County requires a carbon monoxide detector if there's any type of gas burning appliance, water heater, furnace, gas logs, or if there's a garage that's connected. Attached, which is a good thing. But never leave a car running. And even if it, you know, I tell my wife, if you start a car in the garage, get it out of there. Don't like leave it in there. Oh, I got to go back. I forgot something. She's done that, and I've yelled at her, and she got mad at me. But I'm like, honey, that's putting 3,000 parts per million, you know, carbon dioxide into and it will seep up into the house, and you don't see it, smell it, you don't know it. You just start getting dizzy, headache, fatigue, and it can kill you. It's fatal.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting that rule around the carbon monoxide detector changed, because it used to be if you just had a gas appliance.
Correct.
And then they added the garage piece of it, and it doesn't matter if your home's a rental house or not. You're required to have one.
Right, absolutely. And I would especially have one too if I'm in a condo, or because it's not just your garage, it could be your neighbor's garage, those ones that are connected.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you're going to think I'm crazy, but I travel with a carbon monoxide detector after the thing that happened up in Boone. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
No, what happened up there?
It was 2 or 3 years ago. There was a hotel up in Boone, and a couple died in the room that night.
Oh, yes, I do remember
Both people died same night. It was the craziest thing. They had an autopsy, and they ruled it some sort of cardiac arrest or something. How did both people have cardiac arrest the same night? And then what's so sad, about a month later, a little boy died in the same room, and it was what it turned out to be. It was the pool heater was leaking carbon monoxide into the room, and I mean, it was a big write-up in the Observer and whatnot. I'm pretty sure
I do remember that now.
Some heads rolled on that, but it dawned on me that, you know, you can't see it, smell it, know it's there. I don't know what hotels are doing. I don't know, you know, if there's something that's silent that could kill me, I want to be aware of it. So I travel with one. You can get one for like $25, battery operated. I carry it with me.
That's a really good idea. I hadn't thought about that, but you know, a lot of people and hotels don't have those in the room, as far as I know. Are they required to?
They're required to have them in the hallways. I'm not sure if they're in the rooms or not, but it's certainly a good idea. And as far as your home goes, you want them in the hallways, you want them near the gas burning appliance, and you want it in the bedroom because you want it to be able to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? If the alarm, just like a smoke alarm, it's great if it's by the thing, but if it's not close to where you're sleeping, it might not wake you up. If there's something dangerous that you're breathing while you're asleep, and that's when you're especially susceptible, you need something that's going to wake you up.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be the soft, gentle sounds of waterfalls and things like that.
Absolutely.
You know, what do they call it? Scented oils waking you up in the morning. That's not going to do it with carbon monoxide detector.
And I will almost guarantee, with a carbon monoxide detector and a smoke detector, the battery only goes dead at 2 in the morning. They start chirping.
Oh man, that happened to me just the other day.
Always 2 in the morning.
It was 2:30.
2:30. Okay.
Exactly, 2:30 in the morning. Perfect time. Woke everybody up, including the.
And you got to go find a ladder to get up there.
Yeah, that's right.
It starts chirping.
You're trying to get it off the wall and trying to get the battery out. Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've got a lot more to go. We're going to talk a little bit about. We've got a realtor cheat sheet here. And we're going to talk about that, and we've got so much more. Call us 704-570-1110 to show your real estate today. Stay right with us.
After 42 years serving Charlotte, David's
Clear?
Leather Jewelers in the Villages